Good afternoon, everybody. So today we're going to work on the S10, the C10 a little bit. I'm going to go ahead and get it in the shop, but figured I'd touch base on one of our upcoming projects. Some of you guys probably seen this in the past videos, the Jeeping videos and whatnot. I was towing with it, but this truck here, I built it from the ground up. I got pictures of it in the shop. It was just 2 frame rails and that's it. So I mean, literally from the ground up, I built this truck. I ended up, it was probably about 10 years ago I built this thing, maybe 11. I sold it, bought it back, drove it for another couple years, and then I wound up selling it to Tyler, and he drove it for a year or two and wound up getting in a really bad accident with it. When he wrecked this truck, it hit so hard it ripped both the axles out from under the truck. Basically folded the truck in half. Cab smacked the back of the bed smacked the back of the cab. I don't know how he walked away from it, but so thankful he did. Anyways, on to what we're gonna do with this thing. Should have been totaled. It is totaled. But none of us can let it die. It's been a part of our family for so long that we're going to go ahead and just make it a crawler. Well, here she is. It's a 95 Chevy 3/4 ton 454. He hit a ditch with it, and it ripped the right front tire off of it and sent him airborne, and he did a 180 in the air and landed backwards. This right front's where the initial impact though, and it just ripped the 37-inch tire, knuckle, everything off the axle. And as he was rotating in the air, it threw the axle, or through the in the back here, through the tire and the knuckle, this whole 37, that knuckle, everything, it threw it across the highway and landed in the other side of the ditch, on the side of the highway. And then he wound up spinning, so it spun around in the air, he landed. It looks like it rolled up on this side. You can kind of see down here. Gravel. Looks like it rolled up on that side and slid backwards, where it finally impacted a tree back here and stopped him. That chainsaw on the roof actually was in the bed of the truck. It came through the rear window. Luckily, missed him and hit the glass on the passenger side, so it broke the rear window and the front window. Missed him. I mean, everything about the driver compartment and the driver's seat is just fully intact. The rear axle was completely ripped out from under the truck as well. Watered up, up here. It actually put a hole in the gas tank, the rear axle did, because it came so far forward. But yeah, pretty wild thing. This was a couple months ago now, but yeah, he was pretty shaken up, but he walked away from it. So that's all we can hope for. So she's wrinkled and beat up, but we just can't let her die. So we'll go ahead and build something out of it and drive her again, go have some fun with it. Yeah, okay, on to the C10. We'll get this thing in the shop drying out and get the C10 and work on it. Try and get this tank mounted on the back. Obviously, originally the tank was behind the seat of this truck, and it's super cramped to drive for me. For Steph, she's a little shorter, so it's not so bad. But I'd like to get this tank in the back, get that one out from behind the seat, so I can scoot the seat back. But this is a K5 Blazer tank, super common swap on these. So we're gonna remove a couple cross members, remove one, and then move one back. So I'm gonna get the grinder, grind the rivets, we'll pop those out, and hopefully just a matter of drilling some holes for the straps. I hope. So we'll see if that's all it is and go from there. Alright, I got it kind of mocked up in here. I'm going to pull the tank back out. I already marked all the holes. Then I'm going to drill bolt holes for the cross members. We'll put the tank back up in there once these are all bolted in place. And then I'll get the holes drilled for the straps, bolt that up. The tank should be technically mounted at that point. I'm not going to final mount it until I get the bed on, because I may have to drop it down slightly, but I should have enough adjustment in my straps to drop that down enough. So, like I said, we'll just get it straps in there, these cross members in, and it'll be kind of 90% mounted, but enough to where I can run fuel lines and all that stuff. All right, so it is mounted in there. Yeah, like I said, 90%. I'll put some rubber and stuff in it once I know it's going to fit with the bed. So this is what she looks like. Pretty straightforward, pretty common swap. Yeah, so plus I can run the K5 Blazer fuel sending unit, and then I can run a pump out of a newer Chevy in tank to feed the LS. So it'd be kind of nice to have an intake pump, nice and quiet, keep it cool in the fuel. So anyways, that's how she wound up. I am going to call it a night and go in and eat some dinner and hang out with my wife. So we'll talk to you guys later. We've got a full shop this weekend. We got spinning around here. We got Zach working on pulling the a lift for his truck off of this rolled piece of garbage. It has a brand new lift on it for his pickup, so he's gonna pull that on, try and get installed on his this weekend. So he's doing that. Hopefully got a couple buddies coming over tomorrow to help him. We got the C-10 back in the shop again. Trying to get the fuel system dialed on that this weekend. And then we got this old thing back in here for the first time in I don't even know how many years.
At least 2.
Yeah. So he's going to try and get the motor that was originally in the C-10, putting this thing in transmission. Hopefully he's going to try and get as far as he can on it and get it, no, we'll see. We'll see where we'll get this weekend, but we are out here having fun. We got C-10 back in the shop again. Trying to get the fuel system done. Tyler's got a motor in, sitting in his cab. I don't know what he's doing down in there.
Firewall is gonna almost.
Trying to get the
factory firewall will almost work in this.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I've got some fuel fittings on. Zach's got a freaking mess. And he's got the rear end out. So he's got his lift blocks, U-bolts, all that fun stuff. You having a fun time over here?
Obviously.
So this lift on this truck's actually almost brand new. The Kid put it on there, got it put on, and was texting his girlfriend to roll the truck, so that sucks. But it's fairly new lift, so hopefully none of the parts are bent from rolling it. But I don't think it was a super hard roll. So yeah, we'll get it put on his truck and tile align it next week. See if anything's bent.
Kind of the downside to living so far from any summit or any of that stuff. You got to order everything in advance and hope it gets here, and hope you order everything you need in order to do projects and stuff on the weekends. But looks like I got everything for the fuel system, so that's good. Won't put me behind. Alright, just like that, we're calling it a night. I'm tired. These guys probably aren't tired. They probably go all night, but I'm tired. I'm old. I'm going in. We're going to eat some pizza, have some family time, and Zach's got rear tore out. His front's getting there. Tore down. Tyler got the motor in his truck and transmission, I think, right?
Yep, transmission's in it.
And he's working on the tunnel, floorboard and stuff. I've got the fuel lines all run. On Stephanie's, I got to fasten them to the frame tomorrow and finalize the length up at the motor and plug them in. But I might do the water pump, the front of the motor tomorrow. I'm not sure yet, but I'll probably end up helping Zach on his and Ding Dong here if he needs some help. So anyways, yeah, we're gonna call it a night and we will see you guys tomorrow.